Hi, how are you doing, guys? I hope you're having the best day because it's about to get even better. I'm so excited because we finally got one of the Babymonster members on the Lee Mujin service. Now, if you do not know Lee Mujin service, first of all, how is that even possible? Lee Mujin service is such a stunning show that does give every singer a lot of opportunity to present themselves. They let singers to choose the songs that they were going to be singing so they can really play into their strengths and just kind of be, for once, a little vulnerable with people, with their audience, and show them all of the sides of them being a singer. So when I saw that we're gonna have a first Babymonster member and it's gonna be Rami, I was so beyond excited. I've talked about Rami times and times again. You know me, I started with watching their solo performances and then I really neatly followed their career so far. So Babymonsters are like my babies, like quite literally like my babies. And to see Rami being able to present herself in this way, I'm so excited. I'm so proud. Let's get into it. I'm excited. Let's go. I apologize about the visuals prevention, but the last two Lee Mujin services that I tried to upload, I just could not. I had to butcher them completely, and I did not want to do it with this one. So I hope that this is gonna be enough. Hopefully it will. But because of the visual thing, also because I'm not gonna do the whole thing, I'm just gonna do the singing performances. Please go and watch the original episode on your own as well. She's gonna talk a lot about her love to singing, her relationship to that, her journey. Just go and watch that. It is really, really, really cool to watch, and some really interesting information that she's gonna share there about herself. So do watch that. And if you want to see the analysis, let's dive into it now.
Alright, okay, alright, okay. Babymonster, I got no worries on my mind. 난 멈추지 않아, so you can say goodbye. I'll fulfill my fantasy, and you can watch and see. 박수 나 쳐보지. Busha, they say you're looking flawless. I know.
You know what's actually interesting? Lee Mujin is one of the shows that does have a little bit of a post-production on the sound. So I just want to make sure that we always put it out there, because I think it's very important to normalize how genuinely raw vocals should sound, and also recognize that the shows in general do tend to get post-produced. But I have to say that I feel like this is one of the performances that has so far the least amount of additional post-production, because you can hear so much of the, like, a little fuff sound, that a little bit, like, I have a different microphone. These microphones tend to do it much more. But I have to say, so far, I'm hearing much less post-production than usually we have on the Lee Mujin show.
I know. 태어났지 like that. She's on like anybody. 여기저기 다 난리 가나다라 마바사가지. Gotta go, so say that. I'm dancing in the moon. Ooh, ooh. Can't stop this feeling too. What you waiting for?
This is interesting because in the original, what you waiting for? It's kind of like mixed or belted, either belted, like chest belted, or there's like a little bit of a chest mix there. And here for the acoustic version, which acoustic versions tend to be a little bit more subtle, softer, she chose to go with the head voice. You can already see how she's breaking into head voice. And dancing in the moonlight, ooh. So right there, there's a lot of movement, and it's mostly predominantly in a head voice. I think in the original it is there as well. It is the part that is Chiquita singing here. Dancing in the moonlight, ooh. And she actually maintains in a head voice there. And then, what you waiting for? In the original, we've got a little bit of more edgy, clear sound that is not separating into the head voice. She chose a little bit of a head voice here. It can be because she wanted to just soften the acoustic version up a little bit. That was a good reconnection there. You could actually hear the vocal flip there. There's a little flip around the vocal break. This is an interesting variation. The forever is really, 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 really hard. It's tough to sing because of the vowels that you have there and attack of the vowels. Forever. Because you're changing. You go up on the O. That's actually the easy part of the whole phrase. That ever. You can hear that the attack on the tone is there so harsh. It's very difficult. That part specifically, I've been teaching it recently quite a lot because a lot of people wanted to sing this song hard. So she kind of opted for a little bit of a different approach to this little slide on that forever. This is the version that I'm hearing for the first time. I'm also super excited to hear the original kind of rendition that we're gonna hear on their live concert. So it's gonna be fun. She made it so cute and soft because the original is so full of energy and it's just so pumped. So if you want to make it acoustic, you've got to know which battles to pick and choose, not to make it overtly powerful and just too much out there. You've got to match the energy of the instrumental. Okay, let's go on. Okay, City Burns.
The center, momentum, feels the city. Hear the heartbeat, it's alive and draws you away.
Oh my God. Amy, what you doing there? The little crowish sound that Amy Winehouse was also very well known for. It's coming from jazz. It's a modulation that I personally very, very much love because I feel like not only the very lightweight and angelic and super girly voices needs to have that feminine essence. I think that also these type of voices and these type of modulations, even though they're a little bit more edgy, still have so much extreme femininity in them. They're so sexy. They have so much aura. So not always just a little songbird, but ta-da, da-da-da-da. So much character too. But we know this about Rami. I remember when I heard her first doing their solos, and I was like, yes, I'm so happy that YG is choosing people with a lot of character for Babymonster, not being necessarily scared what it's gonna do for the final sound, because I see a lot of people, a lot of companies kind of digressing that they do not want to choose too, I would say, out their personalities and singing wise, I mean, because they wouldn't be good for the overall sound. I disagree. When you look at Babymonster, it's a perfect example that you can still have a lot of people with a lot of charisma and their own singing style and a very, very variating singing style, and just together it's still gonna be coherent if you're gonna do it right. Okay, let's start again. After my little rant.
The center, momentum, feels the city. Hear the heartbeat, it's alive and draws you away. Things will never be the same.
You can hear a lot of Amy Winehouse in there, right? It's so pretty. This modulation is, oh, I cannot shut up about it. It's so gorgeous.
Thought I've been here, but never here times before. Been a roller coaster, dead band's been alone no more. But I'm not in the same space.
Not scared of that sound. Space is right sitting at the front. That sound can be a little edgy. A lot of people are gonna try to avoid it. And when people want to sing necessarily only stereotypically pretty, I give them these examples. Amy, you know, Tina Turner, now Rami, because I'm like, edgy and out there, or I call it sometimes pretty uglies, like non-stereotypically pretty and songbird and da-da-da-da-da, doesn't necessarily mean bad. It can actually elevate the whole thing so much.
'Cause I'm hardly the woman that I once was. Now I search for the ground underneath my feet as the city burns. As the city burns. Ooh, as the city burns. Ooh.
Very pretty cuts right through the vocal break. I mean, this is doable because the difference between the pitch difference between those two tones is quite big. So you can do really nice, gorgeous, clean cut. Na, na, and then you can dose the head voice as much as you want to. I think she dosed it just perfectly. If it would be a little too heavier, it could become a little too whistly and too abrasive, I would say. I think she's doing a really nice contrast between those two. It's the agility around the vocal break that is really, really cool. That is something that you need to highlight on this performance. The fact that she has a developed upper register, which is head voice, that's fine. I would not expect anything less from Rami. Actually, in reality, I would probably not expect anything less from anyone from Babymonster. That she has a gorgeous tonal quality in her chest voice, granted, but it's that confident movement around the vocal break that was right here. So she was cutting through her vocal break. You can hear the flip there, but she does not stop with that movement, that agility, that little riff she had there.
Burn away, yeah. Burn away.
Burn away. There's a little flip there. Burn away. The reconnections there, like, does she love jazz and blues or R&B? I need to know if she ever talked about that, because a lot of her riffs are, but like not the the nowadays R&B, but like the kind of like the roots of the R&B and a little bit of a splash of a jazz there, definitely, specifically because of that fluent movement across those two registers and the runs between them. Na, 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 na. It's something that you have to do quite often to be this confident and comfortable with that. For example, that is my thing. I do that as a singer because I did grow up as a jazz singer as well. So that is kind of in my you know, in the core of my being as a singer, and I can recognize that. I can recognize when someone has the same passion for that. I love her so much.
We were at a room right now before we were at a steady draw. I'm trying to hang on to whatever I can find. As the city burns,
she's a frequent head voice user. Because head voice does go away partially if you do not use it regularly. You do need to train that. It doesn't go away forever. It goes away until you're going to start to frequently train it again. So she does have quite of a developed and stable head voice, but because she has like a very natural huskiness, it doesn't get this overtly bright, obnoxious quality. It has still a little bit of a roundness. There's a little bit of earthiness in her voice, whatever register she's singing in. Gorgeous. She tapped in her whistle register there a little bit. Let me see. This is still a head voice. Right there. She tapped there. You can hear the change in that sound. It went from little bit of a head voice into that really bright sound that doesn't even have the resemblance of that little huskiness that she normally has, and that's where she tapped into her whistle register right there. Oh, I love that slide. Look how happy she is with herself. You can see on the singer's face when they know that they did it. She's like, yep, that's what I just did. Watch me. Oh, good job. That was gorgeous. But first and foremost, such a stunning choice of the song. It was a perfect genre. She got everything out that she wanted. Like, honestly, I think mostly what is Rami's biggest strength, of course, is her core voice, so the chest voice, because of her just, beautiful tone quality. I loved it at the beginning. She gave us a little bit of a modulation in her chest voice as well, just to give us something even a little bit more extra. And then I don't think mix is necessarily her favorite thing. YG is also not utilizing her that much in that area. We've got much bigger like mix enjoyers and kind of high built enjoyers in Babymonster. Rami's dominance is in her chest and then in her head voice. And then now obviously we know that she can absolutely, she has a possibility of whistle register. And the agility is beautiful. She has everything so mapped out when it comes to working around those two registers and switching between them, but in the most beautiful, fluent way. Let's continue. Okay, so he asked about how high she can go. She doesn't know, which kind of, I believe that, because she said that she kind of put this line in this song on purpose. She feels like this song might be the highest one she sang for the whistle register. Yeah, understandable. And because she has whistle register, which not everybody does have whistle register, not mapping entirely how high you can go, and that is pretty normal. It's understandable. And he wants her to do 6-level high note challenge, which I'm not.
가수랑 가수들은 다 참여하고. I remember when.
네.
되게 뜬금없겠죠.
Oh, I think I know what he means, but okay, let's see it. This is CeeLo Green.
싶어졌어요. 왜냐면 릭에 대한 이해도가 상당하셔가지고.
네.
일단 저는 못합니다. 한번 해보실 수 있으시겠어요?
네.
좋습니다.
해보겠습니다.
It's
Wow,
6
어떡해.
levels? I'm not sure. Let's try. Let's see.
I remember when I lost my mind. Yeah. There was something so pleasant about to play.
This is not going to be hard for her because, first of all, she just did this in this song. So the trick in this song, even though you have to be experienced, there's no like one singular trick that you can do to sing this perfectly. that is to cut for the vocal break very, very soon, and then basically do that little run in a head voice and in a head voice only.
Even your emotions I don't let go. There's so much space.
Nicely done. Oh, there's a whole thing? Hold on. Okay, good. We're gonna hear it one more time.
네. 일단 저는 못합니다. 한번 해보실 수 있으시겠어요?
I thought we're gonna just continue to go higher.
와우, 어떡해.
I was like, no. Okay.
I remember when I lost my mind.
So you see it as my, that little vocal break there, my. You're going on in your chest voice, and then that E breaks into that head voice, because E on that kind of little run that she's doing is very practical.
There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions I don't let go. There's so much space.
Good, and she went slowly into a little bit of a space. So progressively, even though singers go a little higher and you feel like you're going vertically high, in singing of the tones like this, you're actually going horizontally towards the back. So you slowly are pushing the sound towards the back of your throat. Oh, this was easy for her. Come on. This is one of the challenges that she absolutely excels. This is really not a problem for her whatsoever, because of her strengths. Like, this challenge absolutely plays in her strengths. Okay, let's continue. Bloodsucker.
I like the way that you make promises that you can't keep. How you tell a girl a rocket what is shy to be me. You calling me the girl of your dreams. Oh really? Honestly, yeah, I think you're just a tease. You tell me that you're sweet, but I just see you bitter-ridden insecurities. You say you serve to please. Is that what you believe? Cause all I ever hear about is me. Got you just a buzz.
That like, got you just I love that she is so open to a lot of, like, a variety of embellishments in her singing. Usually this comes for a singer much later in their life, in their singing life. You know, I don't know how long, I have to admit, I don't know how long Rami sings. If you guys know how much vocal education she had prior to joining Babymonster and like the whole show and like the whole shebang, YG and stuff, I don't know. So I cannot tell. But usually very young singers do tend to put themselves in a box, and to see someone taking so much liberty and just experimenting with their voice, it's obvious that she listens to a lot of people sing. She listens to music. A lot of people underestimate that. But a big amount of young singers do tend to listen to their faves, and that's kind of it. But to really widen your horizon as a singer, you need to listen to a variety of genres, to a variety of people, learn from them, try things. And it's very obvious that she listens to quite a lot, and she listens to variety. She does listen to jazz as well. She does listen to older music, 70s, 80s. This girl is educating herself. You can tell that she's educating, and she's picking and choosing, like, oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to try that. Ooh, that's really cool, because she showed me so much versatility in here. But like, specifically because, for example, I also studied vocal styles, and that's where you go through massive amounts of embellishments and tiny little things that variety of styles uses, from rock to jazz to pop to variety, massive variety. And she has adapted so much, like, and so much width to a lot of different things that she's showcasing in this performance. It's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, you're draining all the hope out of me. I ain't your mother. Don't think about a feed off on me, cause I'ma find a real man who ain't gotta pretend that he knows the ways Just draining all the life out of me. I think it's special, don't get me wrong. It takes a special kind of man to piss me off. Read the room, boy, right?
I think this song definitely means a lot to her. She has that attitude. I love women like that. I think she's gonna be just such a stunning star. I think we're gonna see a lot of different Rami in the future. If she's gonna have a solo, or if she's ever gonna kind of like venture in the music on her own, I think only then we're gonna see her completely unpack all her not potential, because I think her potential is being utilized, but more of everything that she learned and everything that she still has in her roster that she can use. Because again, she's doing a massive variety of little tricks and little embellishments that are from vastly different areas. So
Writings on the wall.
whoa,
Did you really think that
there's a little bit of a depth in that. Whoa, she's not really scared to drop her larynx and give her voice a little bit of a depth. Very often, voices like this in K-pop are forcefully brightened. So instead of whoa, you would get whoa, 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 just forced into that sweet sound, even though the natural tone quality is not necessarily complementing that. I love to see her embracing it and actually going that extra mile of dropping the larynx, giving a little bit more punch, even a little bit more depth. Like, come on.
I was gonna call, oh please. You tell me that you're sweet, but I just see your bitter written insecurities. You say you serve to please, is that what you believe? Cause all I ever hear about is me, me, me. Got you just a blood sucker, draining all the heart.
You can hear the narrow sound of blood, and she is scratching a little bit there through the vocal break. Blood, blood. That little bit of a scratch.
Right on me.
So cool.
I ain't your mother. Don't think about a feet off of me. Cause I'ma find a real man who ain't gotta pretend that he knows the ways around a woman like me. I don't need a blood sucker, just draining all the life out of me. Out of me, 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 me.
This is what happens when people discover that they do have a whistle register. They cannot stop it. I don't blame them. It is such a cool ability to have, and she's very obviously very heavily enjoying that. I have to say though, if like Belle from Kiss of Life is down like Ariana Grande, which the tonal quality is there, a little bit of a singing style is there, she's the Amy Winehouse of K-pop then. Like 100%. Like you can hear the boldness, you can hear the femininity. It's almost like the dark femininity. Gorgeous tonal quality. The modulations that she applies, yeah, she's quite literally like Amy Winehouse of K-pop. And I want, we need to coin this. We need to put this down. We need to let everyone know, okay? So spread it.
We gotta pretend that he knows the ways around a woman like me. I don't need a blood sucker, just draining all the life out of me. Out of me.
Hey!
She chose such a stunning roster of songs that is just fitting her incredibly. I am flabbergasted how well she did. But again, I just based on these songs, I kind of know what she listens to. I kind of know who she idolizes. I can tell there's a lot of, there are a couple of jazz musicians that I heard there, like a jazz singers that I heard there. There are a couple of pop, but more of like a lot of fusion. I can hear the influence. And if you do have a little bit of kind of music that you listen to, like hours and hours of music and genres that you've listened to, a little bit of a variety, you can hear it as well. And I'm so proud because with a lot of young singers, again, they're very one way and just kind of very short-sighted in what they want to do with their voice. And this girl ventured out. She collected everything and she chose the best. Okay. My Love.
And oh, you've turned this black and made it into gold. So I wanna let you know that my love and my touch up above is made with the warmth from my love.
I never thought I'm gonna hear a rendition of the song like this. It actually even took me a second to recognize it, but it blew my mind. Also, the fact that she chose this song to be the soft one. I just wanted to say that there's gonna be one soft one. Like we know Rami, like she's a badass, but she has that little puppy heart of gold inside, you know? So she's gonna give us one softie song, like one softie. Oh my God, this is...
And my touch up above is made with the warmth from my love, my touch.
And there's so much space for all the riffs that she wants to do. And because the song is so straightforward, my love, na, na, da, 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 you can do so much with your voice. Da, 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 da. Like you can do a lot of agility, a lot of movement with your voice without it being like oversaturated.
Up above, it's made with the warmth from my love, my touch. Up above, it's made with the warmth from my love. Stay close to me, oh, stay close to me, yeah. Oh, stay close to me.
Look what she did with that word love. Instead of love, she went love. So instead of going la, only on that ah, she almost went wah, which helps her to get in that position so much better. So wah, a little bit of a slide to get there, and a wah, wah. This is how I teach people how to get into that placement. So very smart. So much good technique too. Well done, baby. Good job. She knows that we're soft. And she did chose one softie song for us as well. And it was adorable. Okay, Due. Last Goodbye, Akmu. Oh my God.
별 하나 있고 너 하나 있는 그곳이 내 오랜 밤이었어. 사랑이란 말이 머뭇거리어도 꺼질 순 없었어.
This is her voice, soften up a little bit. So a little bit more air mixed in, and she is trying to stay above, not dropping her lungs too low. Like, ta-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na. She could na-na-na-na-da, she could do that modulation, but why? Because it's not fitting in this concept. So she's gonna brighten it up, but not overtly, like she's not forcing herself into the baby voice, but this is also the part of her voice that we can see.
넌 하나 있고 참 조용했던 그곳이 내 오랜 밤이었어. 어둠 속에서도 잠 이루지 못해 흐느껴오는 너의 목소리. 그대 곁이면 그저 곁에서만 있어도 행복했단 걸.
Both of them soften up a lot. Oh my God, this is so cute because we've been so badass through this whole performance, and then we got a duet and they're both so soft. and so trying to complement each other, but like, so pretty.
사실까지 나쁘게 추억 말아요. 오랜 날 오랜 밤 동안 정말 사랑했어요. 어쩔 수 없었다는 건 말도 안 될 거라
생각하겠지만
밉게 날
생각나지마. She had a little bit of frontal placement there. Again, she picks and chooses what is really fitting for her and the most comfortable, which that's kind of the priority and should be priority for all the singers, the comfort of their singing.
기억하지는 말아줄래요. 아직도 잘 모르겠어 당신의 흔적이 지울 수 없이 소중해.
There's a lot of good communication between them. I know that it's not very visible in here, but they have good kind of non-verbal communication, which in duets, super important. You do want to be in a perfect sync together.
하늘이 참 뿌옇고 맘을 다 잡아야 하죠. 이젠 마지막 목소리.
Oh, that head voice there was so pretty. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. So pretty, a little princessy.
마지막
안녕
안녕.
밉게 날 기억하지는 말아줄래요.
아직도 잘 모르겠어 당신의 흔적이.
And again, even this song, even though it's the duet, it's really playing into her strengths as well, which is kind of that little jumps between that chest and her head voice, and quite a lot of agility connected to that. But it's not clashing. It's not clashing. I know I heard Lee Mujin's solo stuff, and he does enjoy quite a lot of very similar system, but it's interesting how their voices are kind of playing together.
지울 수 없이
They have a lot of respect towards each other. You can tell.
소중해.
That was an adorable duet, I really have to say. Everything and more. This is what I got from this performance. Everything that I wanted and even more. I think this is a perfect representation for Rami. I genuinely do believe that. It was so well done, very well curated by her. So it is very coherent. She gave us everything that we wanted, and we didn't even know that we wanted even that. We received even that. A lot of good technique choices, but like a lot of good technique kind of display, but stylizations also fun, modulations great, we talked about that. But for me, the singing professionality, it's being very good or the best or like really excelling in the style that is your main style. That's what you want to do, but also being kind of well versed in understanding different genres as well, even though if it's not your main genre, right? But like understanding the concept, knowing the embellishments, knowing the stylization and everything that is kind of bound to the genre. It's kind of like a well-read singer, you know, because that's all you need to go through to fully understand how much of a broad spectrum you can implement into your personal singing style. And it's really cool to see such a youngster to be so well read. But Rami, again, icon, been extremely excited to see her on Lee Mujin. Go watch the episode on your own as well. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here are the rest of my reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.